This is the Board of Assessment Appeals on March 16th, 2026. Neil Fink in room number 2. It is approximately 4:55 p.m. So, welcome.
Thank you.
My name is Neil Fink. I'm one of the 9 members of the Board of Assessment Appeals. I'll be hearing your appeal today. The current time is 4:58 p.m. Before we begin to hear the information that you brought, I just need to verify that everything is correct that I have here. So let me know if there's any corrections. This is appeal number 848 for 71 Wildwood Road. The owner is, Robin Clark Smith. The town valued the property at $758,900, and you are requesting a reduction to $687,000. Okay. Now I need to swear you in for the hearing. You can raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay. So now I just need you to sign here confirming that the information that we just reviewed is indeed correct and that you were sworn in. Sorry, you have one. So if you can just sign here, just like that, verifying that we reviewed this information and it's accurate and that you were sworn in for the hearing. And then it's, your time to present whatever information you brought in to verify, to kind of justify the ask amount of $687,000. And remember, we're targeting what the value of the home would have been or what it might have sold for on October 1st of 2025. This sort of official thing.
I know really minimal knowledge, but I tend to
I'll help you to the best that I can and that I'm allowed.
Exactly. Well, so I looked at the houses. I set it up with the paperwork I sent in.
Okay, and I did see some of that. You had marked up, there was 327 Lucille Street, I noticed.
Which literally is,
okay.
I can show
I'm sorry, just one second. Okay, sorry about that.
All right, I'll show you a picture. So literally, this is Wildwood. This is my home here. And there's a house here. And there's my house. And the one house at 327 Lucille is literally right.
Okay, so it's almost like your diagonal neighbor. It's just a different street.
Exactly. It's almost like there's one other house here. But it's almost like a diagonal neighbor.
Right.
There was a property right around the corner. Okay, if you go to here, this is our house.
Okay, yeah, I know. I live not far from the neighborhood, so I know it very well.
Here, there's a house here, and there's a house back there. It'll be a tier. It's the one with the structures. That's 0.89 acres. So, and that's.
You know what house that is?
I think it's 80. I wrote it on I think it's 83 Morehouse. When you go down the hill, it's right before you get to the bottom of the hill. If you're going down more.
Let's see.
It is 83 more.
Okay, so it's this
for
house.
$550, yeah.
Okay.
Now, so I can't. If someone I talked to said that it's based on land value, that's.
Well, it's the combination of land value and
that's 3 times the size
dwelling.
of my property.
Okay.
I have like 2. I have less than a quarter acre.
You're like exactly a quarter acre, 0.28.
Right. Oh yeah.
So wait, that was
83 Morehouse.
83 Morehouse. Okay, I'm just taking notes here on the computer here. So that sold on December 9th of 2025. It looks like for $550,000.
Right.
And that's It's a little smaller than yours. That's 463 square feet.
Smaller, but it's also got 0.89.
But it's almost a full acre, yeah,
Right.
0.89 acres.
So
Okay.
that's a whole lot.
Okay. I mean, I had pulled up a few when I was earlier this when I had some time. I was, preparing and looking and.
So now, what I'm missing. So here's the thing. I can only do what I consider to be with what is available as far as research and comparing. I talked to my neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
Another one, theirs did not go. And there's the thing the town printed for. Oh, here it is. So according to them, like this one, the Zillow estimates are coming in
It's pretty
on the
close to the
very
sale price.
close. And there's
Right.
my Zillow estimate. So I rounded it up to the, and that's where I kind of got my thing.
Okay. So what was the Zillow estimate on
The
yours?
Zillow estimate is 686.8, so that to me
Okay.
is 687.
6.8. Okay.
And there's the entire logic of a person who just is looking at what's going on.
Right.
Then I have this other little work, which I can show you, because even though, oh my God, I hope I brought it. Should be here.
Well, I mean,
I spilled water on it right before.
oh, I know.
Rocky.
Well, if you can remember what it is, if you can
It
tell
is.
me, then.
So here's the thing. According to the town, I have 0.28 acres.
Right.
There's an issue because when they built this development, this was going to be a cul-de-sac, and this is the part of technically my property, which the town still owns,
Okay.
but I, according to the 0.28, because it hasn't been given back, and I have something that, to go and request, petition the town,
So they actually-
abandonment of, so I pay tax on this, but
Oh,
technically the
okay.
town owns it.
So it was originally supposed to be a cul-de-sac, but they actually
Yeah.
built it as a through
They
street.
built the road,
Okay.
and then it should have gone back, but it's never gone back. Do you know what I do about something like that? Or
I believe you'd have to talk to someone in the assessor's office.
so I should go to the assessor about
Yeah.
getting the property back?
I think I think that would be the assessor's office, or they would, and if not, they would be able to tell you who to talk to.
Okay.
I'm going to make a note of it here, but I can't promise that these notes will make it.
That's okay. I
To the
just
right
wondered,
place.
as long as I was coming in.
But you don't know how much property it is that is
Well-
kind of misallocated. Hard to get.
Yeah.
Hard to judge.
But it would be nice
Okay.
if I could get that piece of property back onto my property.
Right.
And I have the abandonment, but when I talked to somebody else, they said I had to talk to all 3 other people neighbors that were involved. And there was
Okay.
an issue with the person across the street, so I don't want to have to do it.
Okay. So I'm making a note here that part of the 0.28 acres actually belongs to the town.
Belongs to me, I'm paying taxes on it, but
Well,
the town
I
abandoned
see.
it because they didn't,
Um,
it's not a cul-de-sac. You know what, I can
No.
probably just do it. I'll have to go to somewhere and ask. But that's all I have for you, so.
Okay. Let's see. The property map. I'm going to attach that property map to the file. Can I have copies of this?
I don't have an extra copy.
What?
I don't
Oh,
know.
is that the only copy you have? All right, we can make a copy so that I can attach it to the file.
It would be nice if I could have that piece of the property back, since I've paid taxes on it for as long as I've lived.
Yeah, for sure. And if they're not going to give it back, then they should stop
Then they-
taxing you on it.
Yeah, they did. I just showed it. So part of it was that I need to go and petition the town to give me the property back. But if you know
Okay.
anything about that, if you don't, that's okay.
So that wasn't included in what you sent
No,
in?
I just was asking as long as I was here.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Right, but it's still material to what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
Okay. So when we're done, we can, on the way out, I'll make a
And
copy
that's
of it.
the only thing I have to ask. To me,
Okay,
it's just a matter of if I'm looking at numbers, and then
right,
I actually went on and I did some research, and it didn't make sense to me where they came up with what they came up with based on the properties that were right near
Right.
me. And this literally is the most recent
Right.
of the
And
sales.
right, and the 327 Lucille Street, that house is almost double the size of
Yeah.
your house. But but that's appraised at 1.4 million, so it's a little hard to compare.
But it's 1.4 million, but their Zillow showed it at 1.344. So the Zillow's
It sold
actually
for
higher.
1.33 in November of 25.
Right.
So that's
Recent.
much right, but that's more relevant to us than the Zillow is going to be,
Yeah, right.
because it's the look back period. We're looking at October 1st of 25. It sold November of 25, so that's a
So those are the properties that are most recent.
okay. Okay.
That's all I know. And I know nothing about the rest of it. Just if you have anything you want to educate me, I'm willing to be educated. But
no, I had looked up a couple of others, but
I picked the ones that were closest
there's
in square footage.
Right, like there's one on Cherry Hill that's also a colonial.
Where's Cherry Hill?
I'm not exactly sure. It's in the same neighborhood code. Cherry Hill Road, Fairfield. Let's see. Yeah, I wasn't. Oh, it's over right by Fairchild Wheeler Golf Course. So it's a little up. It's on the other, just on the other side of Stratfield Road from you. That's funny. It's like right down the street from my house. I've never noticed that street.
That's what I was going to say. Is I know lots of the streets. So.
Right. But that one was interesting because it sold in May of 25. It's about the same square footage as yours, 1,980 square feet. That's a colonial, not a Cape, but it sold for $799, which was right around your appraisal. But there's a Cape. Yeah, there was a Cape on Easton Turnpike that sold in January 25. That's about the same size, and on a quarter acre that was sold for $640, which is a little less than what you're asking for. So, seems like there's at least an argument to be made. So, okay.
Okay.
Well,
that's all I have to say.
Okay.
I guess that's what you do in an appeal. I have no.
Yeah. So in terms of the next steps, what happens is I'll be presenting all of your information, your case, to a majority of the board at a deliberation hearing, and there will be a review of the materials and a vote. And then you'll be notified by mail within 7 days of that meeting of the decision. If your appeal is denied, then you can come back again next year and appeal again. If you're granted a reduction, then you cannot come back again until the next reval, which is in 4 years from now.
Okay.
If you disagree with the board's decision, you can take the next step, which would be to appeal in court, and instructions for that will be in the decision letter. Okay. So if you don't have any other information or questions, then
no idea,
we can conclude. But I do want to make a copy of that property map and attach it to the file. So
if I could have that property back, that would be nice.
Yeah.
And then since I'm paying taxes on it after the last, 25 years?
Yeah. So it's 5:12 p.m. Hi. So welcome. I'm Neil Fink. I'm one of 9 members of the Board of Assessment Appeals. I'll be hearing your appeal today, and we're also recording your hearing through the phone here. For the record, the current time is 5:17 p.m. Before we jump into the material that you brought, I just need to confirm that all the information I have is correct, and also read this in for the record as well. So, this is appeal number 145. The address is 66 Smedley Road. The owner is Eileen Di Bonaventura. Okay, thank you for helping. The town values the property at $1,016,000, and we are asking that be reduced to $790,950. I need to swear you in for the hearing. Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay. So now, if you would be so kind to sign here, you can use my pen if you don't have
I
one.
do have one. I can just get them out today. Because I have like 4 of it.
Oh, do you? Oh, are you in a?
I'm an appraiser.
Okay.
And this is my own property.
Oh, okay. So are you going to be? Oh, you're handling a bunch of these.
Yes.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I will just on the next ones I'll just remind you that you've already been sworn in, so we don't have to go through this whole process over and over again.
A little bit.
Yeah. Okay. So, but this is in fact your
My own residence.
Okay.
One.
So,
okay.
So you know the process here.
One, I can't believe that as a real estate appraiser from the 2020 val, they had me at 4 bedrooms and for 5 years, and then I called them, they came out, and they changed the deal card back to 3, which was great.
Okay.
And I did come in for an informal hearing, and they did give me a teeny tiny little reduction, but I still don't feel, I feel I'm overvalued.
Okay.
My number that I put on that chart was sort of a guesstimate for me as an appraiser pulling comps.
Okay.
The value that I'm requesting after pulling my comps is $880,000.
Oh, okay. So you had originally said $799.50. So you're going to adjust that?
That to $880.
Okay. Okay. So $880 even?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've got an appraisal that I'll submit with it with comps.
Okay. Do me a favor, if you don't, just initial there so that they know that we changed that. Okay. 880. Okay. We have
3 comps.
3 comps, okay.
During the data collection period.
Okay.
They're all very close. My street is a cut-through street for all the little kids boys at Fairfield Prep. They come out on Osborne Hill and they shoot down Jennings. They run the stop sign. They blast down Smedley Road, cut across Meadowbrook, and jump on 95. Like I'm out there in the middle of the street, like waving them down, and they're like swerving to avoid me.
You said it's coming from Fairfield Prep? Okay.
Yeah. So it's a very busy street. My comps are all Fairview is like, street next over. Woodside is much quieter. It's not a cut-through. They're not a cut-through either. Holland Hill is a busy road, so I put them in to bracket. And, I don't know if here's my spreadsheet if you wanted to.
Okay.
I bracketed the square footage. I did do a renovation in 2018.
Okay. But that would have been reflected in the previous.
Yeah. But the thing that really gets me is I did a little.
Can I just take a look at this to get the addresses? Okay. Which side? Fairview, 834. Holland Hill. Okay.
And what I did to make your job easier is everybody's jumping here. I went to the MLS and took photos of the comps. There are photos from the MLS and put them on that sheet, give my appraisal.
Oh, great.
So you can
Okay.
look and say, yeah, they are similar to the subject. So the thing that gets me is I've got the highest land value and improvement. My neighbors, not that I'm ratting them out, but they have huge more square footage. They took over a year to a year and a half to do their renovations. My renovations took 3 months.
Right.
I'm an appraiser. I'm also a real estate agent.
Okay.
I know how to put lipstick on the pig.
Right.
The house was built in 1940. There's not insulation. We didn't open up every wall.
Right.
We opened up, it was a cape. They made it a colonial. They added minimal insulation, not even spray insulation, just pink cotton batting. And my cost per square foot is the highest on the street. And these two that did year to year and a half long renovations, I know they have state-of-the-art everything. And I saw the insulation trucks there, and I saw the blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel like I'm skewed. And also my land, I'm at the low point on the street, and I did put in a GIS map. Lower the volume. I'm at the lowest point on the street. I'm going to lower the volume. It is my thing. Okay. When it rains, if you get those torrential rains,
like today?
it jumps the curve because I'm at the low point. It comes,
Okay.
that comes down Jennings Road, and it comes that way. And we're the only storm drains in miles, and it erodes my front lawn,
Okay.
goes down my side yard, and floods my backyard. And so, like, I can't, like, put a playhouse or a pool or, I mean, and
Right.
it happens multiple times during the year.
Mm-hmm.
There's my backyard.
So there's no storm drain?
There is,
like
but I
anywhere
call
there?
the town twice a year to have them come pump it.
Oh,
They
it's
hate me.
like it
The guy
overflows.
behind me, he put up a berm that's high.
Oh, so it pushes it more
So mine
into your
won't go over
property.
his. The guy that's to the other side of me, number 50, you can look into, and I went to even down to engineering and everything. When he did his addition, you can look at, there's an old chain link fence there. There's only this much of it showing. It grades down like this, and it runs off his property into my property. And I've got, like, they did lower my land value, but, you know, I still feel it's too high for being the lowest point on the street.
Okay.
And, like, during Superstorm Sandy, I did not live there, but when I bought it, they put that in the disclosures, they flooded. And I can understand why, because I am the lowest point on the street. And I'm a non-conforming parcel, so, I mean, I'm maxed out
Okay.
on square footage.
Okay. I was just pulling up these comps.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
That's all right.
Keep having them to look for.
Yeah,
That's smart.
helpful to just
Yeah.
have them on my spreadsheet, so when
Yeah.
we meet, it saves me a whole lot of time.
Ready for more data?
Yeah, you want to just pulling up this Holland Hill one. Okay, so you can see, yeah, I mean, the comps are very comparable, I mean, like similar, close in year. This Holland Hill's the exact same year, and
And
very
yeah,
close
that's
square
over
foot, just a much
832.
bit.
Yeah, I gave it a condition adjustment
Wow.
because I was trying to be generous and fair, and I thought, well,
Right,
I think it should have a condition
that one's
adjustment.
actually got 4 bedrooms.
Mhm. Right, and I
Sold
think I
for
took off.
$832.
I took off
Yeah.
tens of bedrooms.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And that one adjusted out at $877. Which I mean, I want to be credible. I mean, I am a real estate appraiser. I have to be able to justify my value. We report value. We don't create value. You know
Right.
that, right?
Mhm.
So,
Okay. Yeah, I mean, these all make sense. I mean, they're all
mm-hmm.
very fair comps.
And like, I'm a Virgo, so I'm very picky about it. But like, even these windows, if you look on the siding,
Mm-hmm.
like this one doesn't line up. I said to the builder afterwards, I was like, that window's out of whack. And my backyard is so tiny.
Well, those windows were put in when you did the renovation.
Yeah, it was a case that went up, yeah. And a lot of the windows are popped. I ordered my cabinetry online. It was shipped. It was $5,000. It's hard to convey, but they're bulging. There is no molding or big finishes
Mm-hmm.
in the house. This is one half of the house dissected by a stairway that's steep. So it kind of cuts the house in half.
Right.
Second floor hall bath. I'm standing in the doorway. Like, that's not a two-fanny bathroom. It's
Right.
tiny. Even though I have 3 bathrooms,
Right.
it's tiny. No moldings, and I have pictures of the pop windows. And I have this seam in the downstairs ceiling that just never goes away. I try to patch it and fill it. And it's because when the house was built, you look at your construction, you look at the wood flooring, it always runs counter to the ceiling.
Yeah.
Mine changes direction because my beams in my floor
Change. Okay.
So in my kitchen it runs this way, and in my living room it runs this way,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where I always have a continuing
Okay.
crack that, so, was the quality of construction. Plus, when I bought it, all the heating ducts were on the interior walls, not the exterior walls, which is where they should be.
Right.
So I had to change all that around. I mean, my budget was probably, I don't know, $225 for my reno. And I know that the cost per square foot is just too high.
Okay.
And I've shown that here. They penciled in where they took me down, which was nice. I appreciate it, but I still feel
How
like
much
teaching
did they?
So it was at 71, now I'm at 64.
Okay.
I was at 223, now I'm 217 on the land.
Mm-hmm.
But still, I'm 217 for the low point and I flood, and they have, a ton more room than they have a huge
Right.
backyard. Most of my frontage is in the front of the property. I have a plot map.
Right. Which you showed me floods.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And then the backyard is flooded.
Right. Okay. This is, so are all, like, the 3 comps that you gave, are they all renovated or not necessarily?
Yeah,
Okay.
I would say.
I mean, I'm sure since the 1940s
Oh,
they've
yeah.
been, but are they as updated as yours? As far as you know? Okay.
I mean, here's the first one, wood side. I mean, the kitchen's a white kitchen like mine,
Right.
stainless appliances, got a finished basement like mine. Those were really the only photos I had
Right.
online.
Okay.
Fairview, I've actually appraised that house before. I've been there. It's got beautiful flow. I did that kitchen is updated and commensurate. That bath looks like my bath.
Right. They took a really good picture. The back a little larger than yours.
Yeah. I'd say that kitchen is a different countertop, but it's a white kitchen.
Right.
Probably original cabinetry that they've painted, which is
Right.
why I gave it a condition adjustment for concrete.
Right.
If you look on the grid.
Right, I saw that.
And they have the curtain closed, which tells me it's probably a fiberglass tub and not
Right.
ceramic.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm making that hypothetical.
Right.
But they have
Detached.
Yeah.
Garage. Do you have a garage at all?
One car.
Okay.
Yes, in the photo. So I made an adjustment for that too.
Okay. Okay. That everything
That's
on
on, yeah.
this? Okay,
Mhm. I think that's everything.
great.
I'm gonna put the cost at the top.
That was 5:17 p.m. Okay, so that concludes Appeal 145. The time is 5:33. Okay, so next is going to be 146. So you're representing,
146, Del Hera at 200 Marchmere Drive.
okay, let me just make a note here, but here. Okay. Yeah. Remember all of these pages. Get to that. Okay, so this is Appeal 146. The time is 5:34 p.m. 200 Marjamere Drive. The homeowner is Alfred Delara and Gloria, and or I guess Gloria and Alfred Delaria, pronouncing that right, trustees.
Mm-hmm.
The town valued the property at $1,264,100, and asking amount is $1 million. Representing the homeowners is Eiley Bonaventura. I'll get the name right.
Licensed real estate appraiser.
And I'll just remind Ms. de Bonaventura that you've already been sworn in.
And after developing my appraisal report, my value I came in at was $955.
Okay, so we're going to adjust the ask amount to $955,000.
That's all my comments, but then by the time I get to the board, it changes a little.
Right, because you have to do all your adjustments. And do you time adjust them also?
I did on some.
Okay.
Not on, well, the ones for Smedley, no.
Right, well, they were all pretty close.
They were pretty close, and yeah, and this one I did not either.
Okay.
Either, however you want to say it.
All right, if you want to sign this page as well as the agent. Okay, so all right, so for this one you have an appraisal report.
Mm-hmm. Retrospective to 10-1. Has 4 comparables.
Okay. Any specific issues you wanted to mention about the property itself before we get into the
It does have an easement through it, and
Okay.
my client, the owner, she said to me that it used to always be 1 acre zoning, and that at some point, but she's never been able to figure out how it changed to a lower zoning. It changed to 9,375, and she's got 1.19 acres.
Yeah.
And she says it's somebody on the street that was a builder that got the whole street changed down the road.
Okay.
Blah, 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 blah.
And what is the easement?
And the easement is for a roadway access, and I have a copy of the deed.
Okay.
Because I was trying to figure out, I went to the office, to see if I could find anything about the thing. So that's the easement there, and it's in the deed here. I also have a sewer easement on Sunday Road.
Oh, we can go back and put that in if you want. So there actually is a road that
Yeah.
comes through
Right
here.
there, right?
Okay.
But I think it was put in, back whenever this is dated, but it's still there.
Okay.
So that's gonna, that changes her setbacks and her buildable lot.
Right. Okay. Here, I don't want you to mix up all your pages. So
Also, it's a funny layout, her house. When you walk in the front door, I can show you pictures. And, it's just modest construction, nothing, big fancy overhangs or things. Like her AC, it's very dated and old, but she still has it. She's got original windows, the single pane with the wood mullions, no storms. When you walk in the front hall, you're not walking in and looking at the stairway. The stairway is running down towards the back of the house. And to get into the kitchen, you have to step up and over. Like, the connectivity of the house is limited because to get the stairway in, they had to shorten it and make that little bump up. Like the baths are very dated. Fiberglass surround, Formica top. Again, no moldings or finishes or trims in the living areas. The kitchen is, have you seen still got that recently? That's like
no, I thought
pretty
mine
old.
was bad.
Yeah. And it's got the oven on top. So it's very dated. Gold Formica. Appliances are very dated and old. Yeah, and here's that funny stairway again. I mean, even though they put a first floor den in there and a first floor bath, if you want to get to your kitchen without doing stairs as a senior, you still have to walk around it.
Okay.
Again, upstairs there's no fancy crown moldings or anything like that. And then we've got this beautiful bathroom, very dated, blue and yellow, typical for the age.
Yep.
Her fuel card at one point had said the basement was finished, but I don't see it on there, but I'd love you to verify that with me. I think that got changed, but she's still
Let's make sure.
talking about it. Let's see. Basement unfinished, I don't see it anywhere on here.
Okay.
Where it should be, right? Right there.
Oh, you have the fuel card.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely says unfinished, 837 square feet,
Yeah.
0
Right.
living or
Right.
finished.
And so I have pictures showing that,
Okay.
older mechanicals. And,
Right.
and the laundry is down there in that beautiful unfinished basement. And a thing I kind of like to say is, what a typical buyer that's going to pay $1.3 million, let's say, which is what the assessed value is,
Right.
doesn't want to go down in a dingy basement to do
No.
laundry. So it's, far below buyer expectations for $1.3 million or $1.3 million price point.
Right. Okay.
Then we can talk about the cost. All within a mile. And the same zip code.
you have 4 comps.
Right.
Okay.
First one is 120 Mount Laurel Road. It's sold for $975. And interesting, and I have interior pictures of it. It has updated baths, and I would say the kitchen is definitely updated. And it's sold for $975, and the new revaluation has it at $991.
Right, yeah, it sold in May of 25,
Right.
so that's, yeah, so if you adjust it a little bit to October,
Yeah.
you get to 991 maybe, but,
So it's
yeah,
still superior to the subject, and
right. Exactly, 1 acre, or
Right.
like,
and I didn't even do a condition adjustment because I don't want to come in here and be like arguing the point too much. I'm just trying to work off of like basic.
okay. So
I don't
I'm
wanna be
making a note of reappraisal has no
for that comp.
condition adjustment, even though home appears to be updated. Okay.
Comp 2 is 1569 Brookside Drive. Again, sold in June of the data collection year. It's on a busy road. I did give it a time adjustment, or a location adjustment. Interesting, they sold for 1170, and their new appraised value is 1150.
Is it Brookside Drive or Brookside Road?
Brookside Drive.
Right, sold for 1170, yeah.
And I used it because it was in the data collection. It's an acre.
Yeah.
Less than a mile away. I gave it a
It
huge.
is interesting that they, yeah.
Yeah, I gave it a huge condition adjustment, but I also gave it an upward location adjustment because it's on a busy road. But, you know, it's beautiful. The baths are updated.
Um,
And
alright. So what did you say that,
I comped out at $1,050,000.
okay,
Okay, comp number 3. This one I put in because I needed more to see square footage-wise and age-wise. My first 2 were newer, so this is the same age as the subject.
okay,
It's on 1906 Mill Plain Road, and it's on 0.26, quarter of an acre of a lot. But I gave it a huge adjustment for lot size, and I gave it a huge downward adjustment.
location.
Yes, upward location adjustment, and a huge condition adjustment downward. Because that's been all updated and renovated. And it's got the wine fridge, all the gadgets.
So that sold in May for $960, and they have an appraisal of $847. It's like, yeah, same year, 1941.
Right.
Yeah, it's like very
47,
comparable, same neighborhood code. They're both in 73.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean that's a really
And
close
for,
comp. That's
yeah, and for location, I didn't give it a location adjustment, even though it's on a busier road, but it's closer to schools and town amenities than
Okay.
Marshmere. So I put
Right.
a zero there to show, I acknowledge that it's a different location, but I think the 2 wash hands.
right. Did you adjust for the lot
I
size?
gave them 100,000 up,
Okay.
and 100 off on condition. And I have, these are the 2020.
So what did you come to as an adjusted value on
My
that?
adjusted value is, the one number I told you, 955. My fourth comp that I want to talk about, which is why I think she got swept up in it, because it's on Margemere, but it was October of 24,
Okay.
and it's, huge. It's
What's the address?
181 Margemere Drive. Same street. It's a smaller lot, 0.78. 10 years younger. She's 1,936 square feet. This is almost 3,600 square feet. And condition is primo. And I got that down. I just threw it in because it's on the street, but I'm not really giving any value to it because it was outside of the data collection.
Right, oh, 'cause it was October 11th
Yeah.
to 24, yeah, I mean, it's,
However, it exceeds appraisal guidelines. So yes, for appraisals,
Right.
you can only be 20% either way. So I put in my notes that exceeds appraisal guidelines for square footage and data readout collection timeframe. But I think that's probably what's doing her address. It's got granite countertops and
Right.
kitchen and bed,
right, but if I
above
take
grade,
the,
left laundry.
right, I mean, even if we include that one, like before your adjustments, if you average
Mhm.
those out, you still come out to less than 1.2,
Yeah,
and if you take that one out, we get 1,035,000, so, and again, that's before your adjustments.
and yeah, here's my, at the bottom of the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And I came in at 955 just because hers is so dated. And they've lived there. Well, 1968. It was her parents' house.
Oh,
They lived
okay,
there.
oh,
Really?
so, oh, that's why, okay, I was curious why,
Mhm.
yeah, there was a sale in 2019, but it
Right,
was a
zero.
$0
Right.
transfer.
Right.
Okay.
When her father passed away. So she's lived there forever, and I mean, it's just been fine for them. They're a
Right,
nice Italian family. Why spend money if you don't have to? She still
Right.
loves that stove and oven, right? So.
no, yeah, when you
Minimal
live with
update.
something long enough, you just
Yeah.
get used to it.
And
I
as an
mean,
appraiser, when I sometimes go for people are taking out home equity lines of credit, and I say, "Oh, you're going to do your kitchen," and they're like, "No, we're going to do whatever." And then they say, "We're going to do our kitchen." What was I going to say on that one?
oh no, I just
Oh, I
forgot
have
to
an
write.
easement.
Yeah,
I have a sewer line
that's the
easement.
one I forgot to write that time. I remember when else, oh no, I did get the time on that one. That's like on something. Okay.
So don't forget to write sewer line easement down there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and. Okay. Okay. Anything else on this one?
There's some pretty original conditions.
Right.
And I have the photos of the comp, I have the photos of the subject. And then, I don't think she's aware of that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Right, again, we report the value, we don't pay it.
right. Oh. That's 34. Okay, so that concludes appeal number 146 at, what is it, 5:52 p.m. Okay, if you have copies of that for me.
Yep. And thank you for volunteering to do this.
Oh, well,
It's nice to peers that live in town looking at the stuff.
Okay. File time is now 5:54 p.m. Appeal number 147, 648 Harbor Road. The owner is Ellen Gould, the Ellen Gould Revocable Trust. The town valued the property at $4,678,176. The ask amount is $3,600,000. Representing the homeowner is Ailey D. Bonaventura. I think I got it right.
Yeah.
Ms. D. Bonaventura, I'll remind you that you have already been sworn in and are under oath.
After developing my value, I'm asking for a 3.2,
Okay.
revised down from the 3.6 act.
$200,000. So we're changing that value on the sheet. $200. Okay. Okay. Okay, we can just find that. Okay. So, okay, so you have an appraisal report with comps, I assume?
Retrospective to 10-1. I have 3 comps. Here I did apply time adjustment
Okay.
because it is Southport. It's got limited water views. The location alone, I had to go back in time. This building is the old original Wakeman Boys and Girls Club.
Oh, interesting.
It's brick construction, and the first floor is stone, which makes, it was built in 1911. It makes renovating really difficult because of the construction material. And you'll see that in the photos. It sits above street grade, and you access the 2-car built-in garage off of Main Street, a narrow little easement. And my real estate office used to be on the corner there, and I know that driveway gets blocked all the time between real estate agents parking or across from, the Eagle Hill School where there's parking and stuff. And so it's a real problem keeping that driveway clear to get in and out. So although it sits in the heart of the village of Southport, across the street from the harbor, it's across from the Pequot Yacht Club, a fuel dock, and extra parking lot.
Okay.
So that's kind of an adverse view. And the street is very narrow there, and because it is in such close proximity to the building of Pequot Yacht Club, when they're having events, whether it's Wednesday night sailing or weekend regattas, like that is a nightmare bottleneck down there. I don't know if you've ever been down there.
Not for one of those
Oh my gosh,
events.
it's horrible. Cars are trying to come and go. They're parked on both sides of the street, and it's really just a single road.
Okay.
So I have 3 comps. The first one is at 390 Harbor Road. It sold in June of 21. But it's a good comp. It's across, it's on the same side of the street.
All right, sorry, give me 1 second because I have things open for there. 390. Arbor Road. Okay. Okay, so, some adjusted value on
So I used
appraisal to year of value 6% a year.
6% a year, right. And I used that from the contract date versus the sale date, which
Okay.
is by Fannie and Freddie Sam.
Right, that makes sense. So, and then any other
I gave it an
adjustments?
upward adjustment for the time. I gave it a downward for the land, because it's on 1.6 acres with 0.5, again above street grade. You can walk up a big flight of stairs. And then it's bracketing the square footage on the lower side, so that one netted out at 3182. And it sold for $3 million.
Right. Right, not today, just over 5, by the town at least. Oh, okay. Actually, I might have already heard that.
No, it's on the 26th.
Oh, okay. I've
I'm
done a
afraid
bunch
of
of,
that one.
oh, you are. I've done a bunch of Arbor Roads, but, okay.
So that's that, and I put in photos again of the comp. Okay, and then comp 2 was, and I wanted to get one on Harbor Road, so that's why I
Okay.
put back in time. Then we've got 658 Pequot Avenue, and that sold in May of 24. I gave that an upward time adjustment. And I used that one because it was the closest in square footage. Also on a busy road. Maybe not as, there's different kinds of busy.
Right,
Also, Harbor Road, where she is across from the yacht club,
right.
noise is a factor, because when they have
busy.
weddings and stuff, and the blessing of the fleet, and, there's parties all night long, blah,
Right.
blah, blah. So that one sold for 3225.
Right.
And it
May
netted out
of
at-
24.
Yeah, and it netted out at 3272.
I'm sorry, so what were the adjustments based on for that
Time
one?
adjustment, a square footage adjustment, and bathroom. And I gave it, you didn't have a garage, so I gave it a garage adjustment. And it has a pool, so I downward adjusted that.
Okay.
And the next one was 987.
Yeah.
Pequot Avenue. And that sold during the data collection year for 3750. Hold on one second.
Sure. Yeah, that was October 25.
I see an error on comp 2.
Oh, okay.
It nets it out at 3,454,000. My fireplace, I added an extra 0. So instead of 3272,
Okay.
3454.
Okay.
So back to comp 3. Sold in August, 25, a 3750. I gave it also a time adjustment. Just because I was. It's set back from Pequot Library or Pequot Road, so I gave it a downward adjustment for location because it's buffered from the roadway.
Right.
Also, it's 2.79 acres, so I adjusted for that downward.
You're 2.79?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because the field card shows me 2 exactly.
Oh, well, maybe it changed after they bought it. No, because it's 87,120.
Right. Is my
And then there's
sheet
another one with 0.79.
Oh, okay. I missed the. Wait. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's 2, and then the 0.79.
Oh, there's this.
And
Okay.
they pulled it out because it's wet.
Okay. There's like a second lot. I only picked up the first one. Okay.
But the MLS after this.
Right.
So I give it that. The view. I gave it an upward adjustment because, yes, you'll see pictures. My subject does have limited water views, but you have to look up across the gas docks, across the parking lot, and you will see the harbor, and you will see.
Okay.
So I gave them an upward adjustment.
Which side of Pequot is this house on? Is this on the beach side or
down
no?
lower on the. You're heading towards Westport on the left side of Pequot.
Okay, so they are on the beach side.
Yeah, but
they don't have views.
They don't have views.
Okay.
I put their lot in here on their page so that you could see that they don't have water views.
Okay.
I try to be fair and honest and not
I'm sure you are.
Not try to fool anybody. And so that netted out at 3155.
I'm sorry, you said 311?
3165. 800. So here's a 3 down here.
Okay. Oh, I see. It's on the upper part of Pequot before you get
and then
to...
here I put their lot. So there's...
Okay. I always forget that there's only this section of Pequot that's on the beach.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So they back up to Willow.
Right. Okay.
And it is wet in there. I know that. And again, I put in interior photos of all the comparables. And I have interior photos of mine.
Okay.
And that's the main clubhouse, and that's where the sale building is.
So that's their view.
Mm-hmm. And that's their view. I went for a walk over at the golf course and took that picture. And then you'll see that's their driveway access off of Main Street.
Mm-hmm.
And the kitchen is small. That's the dining off of the kitchen. It's tiny. It's not, people want to have that great big open family room concept. And the baths are dated. We've got exposed radiators. It's not like they're
1911.
Yeah. Formica, old tile. That's a fiberglass shower surround. Modest tile work, old fixtures. Here's the stone floor. I mean, would you want toddlers running around on that? You get the dentist for every time they broke their teeth.
It is very cool.
It is very cool. But again, these are the main living rooms, and they have exposed radiators and stuff. Again, fiberglass, big bathroom.
Right.
This solarium thing off the back. The third floor is partially finished, but this stairway is hard to capture. It's narrow. I'm a narrow person.
Right.
It's hard to get up there, and then this bend, you have to duck with that pipe, and then it's got low ceiling. That might even be a little overstated on the square footage because of ANSI. That's It has
Right,
7 feet
right.
or above,
Mhm.
but I didn't want to even go there. And these are views, and look at the old wood mullions with the
Yeah.
old storm. On all the windows are old. So that is in the living room, but again, it's the parking lot and the gas dock where boats are coming up and
Mhm.
gassing. And like she's even got that to hide it out.
Mhm.
There's another view, old windows, looking at the building.
Right.
And then the basement is unfinished, again, old windows, there were vines growing in, old. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And again, there's your driveway access. I did one right over this.
Got it.
And then I did the top photos. Harbor Road, Superior updated.
Oh,
You know, this is top 2, it's got the open concept living, it was totally renovated and updated. I mean, it's so modern and whatever. It's nice.
Right.
Swimming pool and comp free, same thing. All the bells and whistles.
Okay.
But that will be spinning. Okay,
Yep.
anything else?
No, I think that's pretty thorough.
Okay. And put the packet back together.
Okay. Time is 6:11, and that concludes hearing appeal 147. Okay, this is appeal number 154. The time is 6:16 p.m., 1159 Holes Farm Road. The owner is Carl Cederholm and Lucy Cederholm, trustees. The town placed a value of $1,541,700, and the ask amount is $1,400,000. And representing the homeowner is Ailey D. Bonaventura, licensed appraiser. You have already been sworn in, I'll remind you. Is that the 1.4 million is the correct value?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you signed here? Okay.
So this property is significantly impacted by wetlands. Somehow, my comp photos are in here, but my grids are not right. It's unusual, but I have my comp photos in here.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you're missing something that you need to add to the file, you can always bring it to the assessor's office and ask them to add it to the file.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I see there's a few things missing out of there, like this map wasn't in there. Okay, so significantly impacted, they did to lower the values from the informal hearing. The land was at 982, and they moved it down to 965. I still feel that's excessive. It's an acre, 2.5 acres, but if you look at the wetland map,
It's 2.5. Is it? Oh, it's two separate lots, I guess.
or they pulled out the.
There's like a 2-acre lot and a 1/2-acre lot. I don't know why they're separate, but okay.
And this is from the wetland department in the building. And this is the outline of the property. And
Wait, so, I'm sorry.
this gray is the inland wetland setback boundaries.
Okay.
And there's also a creek in here.
Okay.
And you can see, like, if it's 2.5 acres, it's really less than an acre maybe that's usable, because that's all wetlands.
Right.
And this is also in the wetlands, but not as significant as that part.
So this, like, grayish
Gray
brown
area,
is like
Mm-hmm.
kind of the more
Right. They
significant
also have a
wetland.
shared driveway to a property in the back,
Okay.
which I think adversely affects it.
So is that shared driveway on their property with
No, they have an
easement?
easement to use it, so they own it. And
So they own it and they have the easement. Okay.
They built a detached garage. They told me they had to go through so much jumping through hoops with the Wetlands Commission. So here's Holtz Farm Road. I look at them. This is the front of the house. And these are all the setbacks. And here's the footprint of the house and the pool and the garage. And, I mean, they are all maxed out.
Right.
So I think that the appraised value for the land of $965 really needs to be more like $750 or something. And I have paired sales of land sales in Greenfield Hill that support that. This isn't technically Greenfield Hill, but it's still a nice neighborhood.
This, so the house was built in 1968.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have pictures, and they did lower the building value. The building value had been at, I can't remember, and they reduced it to 576. What is the building value at right now? Yeah, it was. They reduced it to 576. And
let's see. Yeah, I don't have the original building value. Like, I only have the what they updated it to.
Yeah, so they reduced the building value like $120,000, but
okay.
These poor people bought it online basically in 2020, October of 2020, fleeing New York City suburbs, and it was one of those lipstick on the pig kind of things, where, and I have the photo. That was when we had a lot of snow. Holt Highway is a busy road, even though it is set back. But the majority of their usable land is in this section because of all the wetlands.
Like in front of the house.
Right, which we can right here.
Right.
But you know, if wood clappers haven't been well maintained, that's all rotting and such. Here's the shared driveway. So they've got, and the house is set so close to the shared driveway that, I mean, they hear the neighbors coming and going. And that's not ideal. I mean, you pull, and when you pull, they're off-street parking, they pull up to the attached garage. It's not like you even have a roundabout to pull up to the front of your house. You know, somebody that's in a $2 million house wants to have a beautiful.
Yeah, so they have, right, there's no driveway going through the front of the house
Right.
or anything.
It's got this funky solarium again, which you'll see some interior pictures. They're trying to figure out what to do with it, but they've just kind of left it. You know, everything's pretty old, not really updated.
Mm-hmm.
The floors and the garage are changed. That's that solarium thing. Really, they should just knock it down. They do have a swimming pool. It needs to be redone. It's in poor condition. However, I couldn't verify that because of the amount of snow, but they said that it needs to be redone, I guess. Here's the foyer, dated tile work.
Right.
You know, just minimal finishes, crown molding. Almost a contemporary feel house in a way, and you'll see what I mean. Older cabinetry,
Mm-hmm.
really no bells and whistles. So when this house was originally built, they added on the back half of the house,
Oh, okay.
and you can see here, it's a space. It's like a
Oh, I
dining
see.
family room area.
Mm-hmm.
Their kids were Olympic swimmers, not these people, but the prior Olympics.
Oh, wow.
So this is the original back of the house, and those are the original windows.
Okay.
Now they just open up to the first floor, vaulted ceiling, dining, family area. So it's noisy. Plus, you know, what if you have toddlers running around? So basically the bedrooms at the back of the house, if they want to have light, they have to have those that look down below.
Wait, I'm trying to understand. So these windows are not exterior
No,
windows?
they used to be exterior windows, so they
Okay.
added on that addition, first floor addition, off the back. Somebody's brilliant idea.
Okay.
And just like the bathrooms don't have windows. Yeah, built in 1968. I would say these bathrooms look kind of original. With the funky gold and
Yeah.
ceramic kind of thing. And they don't have windows because they're at the back of the house. Here we've got a beautiful exhaust fan and no windows. Oh, here's the bathroom. Wait, it does have a window, but it looks down into the family room.
Right, so you can't open it for, like, air.
No, because
Okay.
somebody will see you naked getting out of the shower. And again, you know, fiberglass, shower surround, you know, dated 1968 tile. Again, all the cabinetry, that's gold
Right.
on the
Hmm.
thing. Formica countertop. It's not a, it's not a $1.8 million house by any means.
Right.
Again,
The
nominal.
appraisal is 1.5.
Okay, they did lower it, but I think it should be lower.
Right. Okay.
Smaller. And you know, that was the MLS. When you go search for the MLS and they're looking to buy a house,
Right.
that was the photo that they put.
That's not a photo.
No, I know, that was a photo. I know it wasn't a photo. That was the picture they put as the first impression. So the listing agent is an artist, so did that. So made it appear very, like, wonderful and, what did I say, lipstick on the pig.
The flower box is painted.
Yeah.
Nice. Wow.
So
Okay.
they've really done nothing but add this three-car detached garage, which they overspent. The town made them go through all these hoops.
Also, the current homeowners did
Yeah.
the garage. Okay. So there was no garage at all
There's a
before?
two-car attached,
Oh, okay.
but they added this to keep the kind of a car guy.
Okay.
Yeah, they paid $1,250,000 back in 2020, and I just think the land is still too high by a couple $100,000, and I think the improvements are still a little high. And I think my ask was 1.4, right?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, so that, the garage was done in October of 22, I guess.
And with the polish we have on that.
It's like $100,000.
They made them do all these perk tests for the septic. They had put in special
Right.
plantings for the wetland boundaries.
Right.
And if you look at the map,
I mean, it's not surprising on the
not
wetlands
surprising,
that they
right.
had to do all
I
that.
think that's why it was $100,000, because it cost them that much just to satisfy to get the permit.
Right.
But it's not insulated or sheetrocked or anything. I mean, it's just
Right.
studs and exterior siding.
Right.
And so this is the room off the back of the house. It's also got that solarium thing, and this is the back wall of the original house. I wish I had taken a photo looking up at those windows.
Mhm.
But yeah, and those are the windows then that were the exterior. So weird, right? And like, that's the kitchen, and that was the kitchen window, but now it looks back onto that back area, which is back here.
Hmm.
Yeah, so there's two of those in that bedroom. The other bedroom has it, and the bathroom has it.
Okay. You have comps on this one?
I have com photos, but my grid isn't here, but still.
Oh, okay.
But Silver Spring Road, it's very close, and my map isn't here.
820 Silver Spring. I can pull these up to get the values. So, I mean, it's not, I'm curious, like, it's not necessarily material, but, like, so in your opinion, they overpaid for the house to begin with?
I think so. I mean, it was in 2020, right? And they
Right.
never, they've been living in New York City and stuff, and they didn't understand the implications.
Right.
Once they got over buying 2.5 acres.
Right. Because I'm just thinking, I mean, if you take 1.25 that they paid and adjust that,
Mm-hmm.
you know, ahead 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
plus the
Mm-hmm.
$100,000 for the garage, then you can get somewhere. But if they overpaid to begin with, then okay. It kind of thinks that people got taken advantage of during that whole period.
Mm-hmm. And I think we're at a new norm. I don't see it on the numbers. I mean, I don't have a crystal ball.
Mhm. Okay. So wait, is that what's the right one? Silver Spring?
Silver Spring Road?
Oh, I just typed Silver Springs instead of Silver Spring. Okay. So that sold for 1.425 in July of
On a
25.
quieter street. I'd say some superior conditions. The bathrooms have been updated. It's got a flat, usable lot. And it's a traditional, you know, the back of the house has windows that
Right.
look outside, not down to the area below. And that's in July. I think that's a good call.
Okay.
480 Hope Highway. sold in May for $1,950,000, and I would say it's far superior. I think with my condition adjustments, that would be.
Okay. That's an old house.
Yes.
I guess. Yeah.
That's the lot size on the home.
That's just over an acre, 1.02.
But the interior is superior. But I did it because it was a good runway too. Similar location.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's very, you know, it's probably within a mile.
Yeah. Again, a traditional house.
Little, little smaller square foot, but
Yeah.
only 3 bedrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then 792 Holt Farm Road, sold in March for $2 million, with a swimming pool, which mine has, updated.
Oops. Oh, 792 Holz Farm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so that was March of 25. A little bit newer, 1980. A little bit bigger. Okay.
And we can put in a grid and an invitation. Myself, but sometimes I don't print the whole report unless it's saved. But I didn't want to report on something else. Because I can't see the wetlands message in the
Okay. So yeah, they'll add that to the file.
Yeah. But I also submitted this to the informal hearing. You don't have it attached to the paperwork?
No, but let me look. There's another place it can be here. Let's see. 154. And they usually print the whole packet, but I'm curious if there's some. No, they didn't. There's nothing else attached. I don't. Okay, so that's everything on that. This is yours, right?
Would you like me to hang on to this so that I put the whole thing together?
It's up to you. Let me, you know what, let me hold on to that just in case something happens.
Right, I think I should put it all together.
What?
Right.
Well, no, let me hold on to this
You want to
piece
hold on?
just in case something happens and you bring the other and it doesn't get attached or whatever, because I do have all the values. The only thing I won't have is your adjustment.
And this has all the photos and everything.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
I don't have the grid and I don't have a location map. That's what's missing.
So that concludes appeal number 413. The time is 6:38 p.m. And just to officially conclude, so I'm sure you know the process, but I'll present all of these.
I think I have 2 more for you.
Do you?
Mm-hmm. Sterling?
Oh, I'm sorry. One more. I think
One
I
more?
have
Okay,
Sterling Street. Sorry.
Go.
Okay. So I apologize. So that's the right end of 154 at 6:38 p.m. The next one is appeal 413, 217 Sterling Street. Here, I'm gonna just. Okay, this is appeal number 413. The time is 6:44 p.m. 217 Sterling Street. The owners are Karen and Matthew Benjamin. I have Ailey Di Bonaventura, licensed appraiser, representing the homeowners. The town placed a value of $496,800 on the property, and they're asking for a reduction to $400,000. that all
380
correct?
is what
Okay,
did my
we're
grid.
gonna adjust that to $380,000.
Where am I?
Right
Oh,
here.
recognition there.
Yeah, and then sign the next page.
Delirium.
Okay. Okay, and, Ms. I've said it 100 times, I can't say it. Ms. Di Bonaventura has already been sworn in, as a reminder. Okay. So,
I have my grid on this one.
okay.
Four comps.
Okay,
2 are in 25 and 2 are in 24, just because there was such a slowdown because of a lack of inventory, that in order to bracket things, I needed to go back on them.
okay,
I did not do time adjustments on these because of the small square footage and the condition. I didn't feel they warranted it.
okay.
My first comp,
Is there anything special about it? Like you want to mention about the property
Sure.
before we get into the comps?
they've
Just
lived there for a long time,
Okay.
and since 87,
87,
and they've really done nothing.
yeah. Okay,
They've just been letting their hands out. A lot of deferred maintenance. I can show you pictures. It's 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. The bath is pink and black. The house was built in 1954. So in my appraisal experience, that would tell me that's an original bathroom.
Right.
And the ceiling height, I've also noted in my appraisal on the second floor, it does not meet ANSI standards. So the real GLA that I'm using on my grid is 992 square feet, not the 1171 that the town has. And the photos will show that, and I personally measured it.
okay. So you're saying the square footage by ANSI standards would be what?
992 square feet.
Okay. What is the ceiling height?
I will show you.
Okay.
In one section, it is 7 feet, but
Okay.
not across the whole thing.
Got it.
So it is a total of
12 I
feet
see.
across,
Oh,
and we've got
okay.
8 feet of it, so 4 feet on either side.
Oh, okay.
32 is
Got it.
256
Oh,
feet
it's a
of
cape. It's like
the cape, yeah.
typical cape.
So that is
thing,
below
older cape. Okay.
7 feet,
Got it.
4 feet on either side.
Got it.
So, and from the exterior, it looks pretty swell.
Yeah.
That street has been seeing a lot of turnover. Builders are buying and flipping houses there. But when you walk in, you've got your classic the stairway is right there, right at the front door. Like the front door can barely open. That's how close the stairway is. No fireplace, no moldings, no trim. Our pink bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
At some point there's a newer vanity, but it looks like still the original.
Right.
No central air, hot water baseboards. The kitchen cabinetry is a very low grade and Formica countertop. And like the kitchen floor might even be asbestos in ceiling and lifting, but based on 1954, and that was
Right.
the original floor. There is no hardwood, it's all subflooring with really old carpeting on it. And I mean, even if you decluttered this house, you would still say it's very dated and old. I think she told me. They replaced the windows about 10 years ago, but that's really basically all they've done.
Okay.
And here's the upstairs. only two bedrooms. And you can see the seats.
Right.
How I
Very
go
deep,
to
yeah.
measure the 7 feet down.
Right. Okay.
And then the other bedroom. The unfinished basement. Let me just pull up real quick. Do they show the basement? It's finished. Yeah, no, they're good. They don't show
Okay.
it's unfinished. Yeah. So it is unfinished. And again, it's got the lovely. You have to walk past the mechanical to get to the laundry. That's demonstrated here in the photos. And the mechanicals have not been updated. They're very old. Hot water heater was probably replaced maybe 8 years ago.
Okay.
And the garage ceiling height is very low. Like, I don't even know if an SUV could fit in there.
Okay.
And the height I had on that was 6 feet 10 inches. I don't know how tall is a standard SUV. And
Yeah, I'm not
that was
sure.
ceiling height, but the garage door opening is probably
Even lower
6
than
inches lower than that. Yeah. So, I mean, just walking in there, I was like, I don't think an SUV could fit
Right.
in there.
Yes, and then if you're to open and like
Yeah.
lift gate on the back.
Right.
Okay.
I have 4 comps all within less than a mile, as you can see, and even, neighborhood boundaries, like 5 major roadways, they're all really in a very tight-knit little area.
Okay.
And here's comp 1, new appliances, finished basement, new bathroom, updated kitchen, refinished hardwood floors. Again, the subject doesn't have hardwood floors. So they have the subject property at 497. Here's comp sold for 473. With all the updates and renovations, I did a condition adjustment, and I netted down to 400,000.
Sorry, let me pull this one off quickly. Yeah, that's Ultra 473. So you adjusted that to what? I'm sorry.
I adjusted a downward condition adjustment.
Okay.
And it has a full basement, and we have a part basement. So
Right.
I did a basement. It has a finished basement, so I did a downward
Right.
adjustment. And it's 3 bedrooms, so I did a bedroom adjustment.
Okay.
And that netted out at 400,500. Now, what's interesting is that sold in January of 25.
Mhm.
The list price I have here was $550. It sold for $473. So I've been noticing a trend that things aren't necessarily going over list price.
Like something about that neighborhood.
Yeah, or the agents being too aggressive.
Right.
I don't know, but it's interesting that I've been seeing it for a while now.
Okay.
And then comp 2, 170 Jennings Road. Again, same zip code, same area. It sold for $400,000. This one I had to go back in time to January of 24.
Okay, I see that.
Mm-hmm. I picked it because it was 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, similar to the subject property. And slightly larger with our square footage adjustment. It took a huge condition adjustment downward, and I gave it an upward condition adjustment because it's on Jennings Road, which experiences higher levels of traffic than Sterling Street.
Okay.
And I took a garage adjustment because it has 2 garages. And
Okay.
that one netted out at 376.5.
Okay.
Customer 3. Sold in April of 24.
What's the address?
Oh, sorry, 123 Division Avenue.
Okay. That sold for $430 on May 1st.
Mm-hmm.
That's only 994 square foot.
Right,
Man,
and
wow.
we're at 992, so I used that to be on the lower side.
Right.
Bracket the square footage. Got 1 extra bathroom, so I did a downward adjustment for that.
Right, extra bedroom too.
No, at the time of the sale, it had only 2.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because that's the thing about doing these retro, right? And especially if you're looking back. So I looked on the MLS and verified that the listing was correct. You have like the old, you have access to the 2020 sale card.
Don't even know how I would get to it. I probably could.
I know that stuff it does, but
Yeah. That's interesting. Since May of 24, sales listing was reviewed.
mm-hmm. Right. And
I'm wondering if just they picked up that the field card was wrong.
yeah.
Okay. Either way, it doesn't matter. Okay.
It says a spacious interior with the possibility of a 3rd bedroom in the lower level.
Oh, I see. Okay, so
You can't count that in the grid.
right,
You only count things that are above grade.
right. Yeah, updates and upgrades on the listing, but there were no permits or anything on the record.
Right.
So, okay.
Anyway, so that sold for $430. It's got, a laundry off the kitchen, updated bath, beautiful hardwood flooring, updated kitchen. I gave it a downward condition adjustment, a bathroom adjustment. It has finished lower level. I gave it an adjustment for that. And that netted out at 375.5. Sorry.
Okay.
I put in a fourth comp. And comp 1, even though it was a dated sale, that was 25. Yeah.
So that was fine.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
January
2
25 was okay.
And 2 was a dated sale, but I used it because it was a similar room count.
Yeah. I mean, and it's close. It's a little old, but older, but you adjusted it, I guess, for time.
And then 151 May Street, sold in October of 25. I wanted to put 2 in that were in the data collection period. Sold for $471. Above list price. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Again, same room. It has 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. Square footage is 960. Similar age, but it's a ranch, not a cave.
Yeah, 9.
And it's adjusted at 422. And this one, I gave it a condition adjustment because for the listing, it has a 7-year-old roof and a new heating and boiler system. And I put that in the comments.
Okay.
For the newer roof and mechanical.
Okay.
And that netted out to 3422. So if you look across the line, it's 400, 376, 375, 422, and my ask is 380.
Okay, yeah. So,
We just report the value, we don't create it. I don't want to be greedy. I put a comment in there in my addendum about the ANSI ceiling height. They kind of view from their backyard. Sterling Street kind of rises up and then falls down. You can see that school from
Right.
their backyard. I didn't make a comment about that adverse or not. It's hard to qualify or quantify that.
okay. Anything else?
I don't think so.
All right. So that concludes appeal number 413 at 7:01 p.m. So I assume you're familiar with the process, but just to make sure,
Words, yeah.
I'll be presenting your petition to majority of the board at deliberation session for consideration and vote, and you'll be notified by mail of the board's decision within 7 days of the decision. If any of the appeals are denied, you or the homeowners can return next year for another appeal. If a reduction is granted, they cannot be appealed again until the next revaluation in 4 years. If you do not agree with the board's decision, then the next step would be to appeal the decision in court, and instructions on how to do so will be in the decision letter.
Did you mention when we might hear? Is it mid to late April at this
It
point?
probably, because we still have a number of hearings to complete,
Yeah.
and then we have to get through all of the deliberations. So
And then we've got
everything has to
holidays,
be,
like
yeah,
Easter and all those things.
yes. I mean, they all obviously have to be finished before the new tax rate goes
Right.
into effect. So,
That was good that you mentioned that you can appeal it again here because
welcome. My name is Neil Fink. I'm one of the 9 members of the Board of Assessment Appeals.
Okay. Nice to meet you.
Nice
I'm
to meet you as
Agnes.
well. Okay.
If I may ask you, do you have a table like this?
That was part of my dad's
Oh, yes,
application, I
should
think.
be.
I should have everything here, but I have to go through a few things before we
Yeah,
start.
Okay.
Please.
So,
If you don't have it, I give you.
okay,
this,
here, just give me 1 minute. We have to go
Yeah.
through process.
Yeah.
So, I'll be hearing the appeal today, and then I'll explain at the end, but I'll essentially present your case to the rest of the board when we meet, who will actually make the decision. So I don't
Okay.
make the decision myself
Yeah.
for today.
Yeah.
So just the hearing is being recorded through the phone here for the record. So just I need to just state some things for the record. This is hearing number 235. The
Yeah.
time is now 7:08 p.m. Oops. I need to just confirm that I have everything correct. The address is 165 Longdean Road.
Yes.
The property owner is Miroslav Kaczynski.
Kaczynski, yes.
Kaczynski, okay. The town placed a value of $855,500 on your property, and
55.
Yeah.
855, yeah, and
100%, yes.
you're asking that be reduced to $700,000,
Yes.
okay. And if you could state your name also for the record.
Yes, my name is Agnes Mayak.
Okay. And I need to I have to swear you both in for the hearing. If you can raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Yes.
I-
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So, what I'm going to ask you to do now is if you can both sign here. Okay.
And I find
Yeah, if you can sign there, and just if you could write your name as well there, since we don't have it.
She didn't want to keep my name.
That's okay.
Thanks.
Okay.
Two.
Okay. So now this is your time to
Okay.
present the
This is
information you
the-
brought, just to make clear.
Yes, the time was changed.
Yeah, but you don't need to.
Yeah,
we
that's
don't need
okay.
it.
Yeah. So just to make clear, so what we're looking for is you want to justify the value is $700,000,
Yes.
and this is basically what that you're saying that on October 1st of 2025, that
Yes.
is what the house would have sold for.
Mhm.
Okay.
And may I ask you, do you have table like this? Because this will be very easy to explain everything.
Okay. Yeah. If you submitted that.
Yeah,
Oh,
there
you
it
have
is,
it,
yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So
Maybe-
now, just so I understand this, so this is
This is my father's house, 165
right.
Longdine, and then
these
we
are
took two homes,
sales, two
two
recent
sales, recent
Okay.
sales, one right next to my dad's
Okay,
and one
June 20th and
across the street,
March
yeah.
24.
Yes.
Okay.
And we compare this.
Okay.
houses.
So
All
what
right.
happened was, we thought we'd look at, the actual market value of those homes in 2024 when they were both in comparable condition to my dad's house. Because,
Okay.
they were, older homes and ownership hadn't changed for 30 years. It was the same neighbors, and they ended up selling at the price listed on that date, and then we calculated the, per square foot price.
Okay. I'm just taking some notes here
Yeah.
when I get the information for those. Okay. So that one. Okay. So.
And they were both also
Okay, so that
bigger,
one-
right? They're much bigger. They have
Yes.
more bedrooms and more
Okay,
bathrooms.
yeah, so 170 Longdine is about 200 square feet bigger.
Yeah.
And has an extra bedroom and an extra bathroom
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and an extra bathroom, right?
Yeah.
And that sold for 1.1 million.
Well, in 2025,
In
a year
yeah,
later when it
25,
flipped.
25.
See, but what's interesting is that, right, it was completely gutted. I mean, fully renovated.
So
right?
wait, let's look and see here. So
Yeah.
just so I understand.
Because the builders bought both houses.
Okay, so it was, it was
Renovated.
bought in 24.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so that's important here. So,
And the second house also was
Okay.
24.
all right, in 2024, so it's a complete, like, gut and renovation.
Yeah, both
Yes.
of them, yeah.
Both.
Gut and renovation. And resale later. 2024 sale was 675.
Actually, square foot by 696. For example, a house.
We're not there yet, I think, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay. So your home Like, tell me a little bit about your home. Is it
Okay.
mostly original or from 1979? Have there been updates
Yeah,
to
there haven't
it?
been too many updates, and my dad has some pictures. And,
Okay.
I mean, the thing he said was that, so there's no central AC, there's no attic. The 3 bedrooms are actually really 2.5 bedrooms, because one is really small.
Because
What
I
are
have
the
the picture,
measurements?
I will show
So
you.
you measured it, right? You said that, like, if you were to put in a bed, the door wouldn't close.
Oh, no, this is basement. Where is it?
It's, the pictures are not that great, but anyway,
It's okay.
yeah, well, that's,
Because the
I don't know, it just shows
the
you how
bedroom
small
is
it
like
is.
storage because it's 9 by 9
hmm
and
Is there a
Bed-
closet?
There is
Or...
a
on the
closet,
side
yeah.
is closet inside.
Okay.
And if you put the bed 9 feet, usually is, then you will
Right.
be not able to open the door.
Okay.
Oh, because I have here, right here.
Oh, I see. Also, the closet is built inside the
Yeah,
room.
the
right
closet
here.
is inside the
Closet
room,
is
yeah.
3.5 and 3.3, and the door are here. If you put the bedroom, you will be not able to open.
Okay. And the
So
basement
basically-
is unfinished.
The basement is
Right.
unfinished, and half of it is crawl space. It's not even,
Okay.
you can't even stand up in half
You
of
cannot
it.
stand up.
Yeah,
because
and all they haven't updated the bathrooms or the half bath,
Okay.
or the wood floors, or, it just needs a complete, interior paint. When did you last paint? Like years ago, right?
Many years ago.
Yeah,
And
Okay.
my driveway, sir, looks like this.
Okay.
yeah.
And stairs, I just put some concrete cement.
Okay.
What else was I doing?
So I think we covered it all.
Okay.
Kitchen with broken cabinets and old appliances from 1990s, outdated bathroom and half bath.
Roof.
Interior paint and wood floors last painted refinished in late 1990s. We put that all on the bottom
Okay.
there. Cracked, crumbling concrete.
Underneath the roof as well.
Upstairs,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Driveway.
So on 170 Long Bean, when they renovated and did all that, did they do the roof and everything on that?
That's
new
I'm
roof.
not sure, but they
Okay.
did every.
Cool.
But
170. Is that Rita
That's
or
completely,
Rye?
Right.
Oh, that's Rye.
So
No,
it's
they
completely
renovated.
updated. Yeah.
Renovated.
Okay.
Yeah. 181 for sure, right? They
They knew.
redid
Completely
the
new
roof, right?
everything.
170, I'm not sure. Did they redo
No,
the roof?
renovated, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Not new one, just,
Okay.
but the new one is on the 181
181,
Long Bean
yeah.
Road.
Okay. Let me pull up 181.
Yeah, that one is
I have a picture right here.
1,774 square feet. Yeah. That's the bedroom, yeah.
Okay. So that one's 500 square feet bigger.
Yeah.
And this was also a complete,
Yeah, complete reno.
so that was bought by a builder.
Builder,
and flipped.
yeah,
Yes.
this one for sure, yeah, because we talked to him and he invited us inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
They were
room.
nearly done. No, we're done with that, yeah.
The room, we were talking.
Oh, I
That's the
see,
bedroom,
the small
yeah.
bedroom, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
really like you can
Closet
have the,
It's like a closet.
so it's like a closet, you can have
Yeah.
a chair, like a
Yeah.
sewing room
Yeah,
or something like
exactly.
that maybe,
Yeah.
but,
Did you put the
Driveway,
driveway?
yeah, I made a note about the
Yeah.
driveway.
There is no attic, no AC,
Right, I put that.
Mhm.
no attic, no AC.
I'm just looking at 181 at what
Mhm.
the builder paid for that, 715.
Yep.
Okay.
In March, right, 2024.
In March of
Yeah,
2024.
and then they sold it again in March 2025 for
Yeah.
1.2.
Okay, yeah. Right, so
Maybe I should tell her about the roof.
made a note that
Yeah,
you need the
there was a
roof.
note about the
We
roof.
have
That it needs the
raccoons.
roof. Oh, no.
Yeah, I have 2 checks. Hunter
Yeah.
got the raccoon. I got 4 or 5 them on the cage,
Yeah.
and they ruined twice my roof completely.
Oh, no.
Ridge roof, which is on the top.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, the bottom line is it seems like your value should really be compared to what the homes were sold for
In
before the
2024,
renovation.
Exactly.
Right. Even if you
Yeah.
adjust that
Yes.
Yeah.
a little bit for time,
Mm.
you know, if you adjust
Yeah.
those forward a year, which is like typically they use like 6% a year.
Mm.
I need some pictures, sir.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm going to ask you to leave a copy of for the file,
Yeah,
like, if
please,
you
thank
want,
you.
of whatever we don't
Yeah,
have
this-
here.
this-
Oh, I think you have it all
you
here.
have
you have
pictures.
it.
Okay.
I have everything
Oh,
here in the
okay.
file.
All right.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Yeah, that way
Okay.
when I present it to the
Yeah.
others, I'll
Okay,
have
Thank you
copies.
very much.
And you have this too, right? This was kind
Yes.
of like our,
Yeah,
most
that's very
important,
helpful summary.
Yeah.
Um,
Information or proof or whatever you want to call it.
So, I mean, do you know, like, these houses before they were renovated and all of that, were they sort of comparable to yours, or
Yeah.
like in condition?
I mean, especially the 181 was
Right.
in pretty poor
Okay.
condition. Yeah.
Right,
Very
but it
good.
is a bigger house.
It is a
has
bigger
much
house.
bigger.
Yeah.
more bathrooms
Yeah.
and stuff. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So, so I guess this was a development. All the houses were built in '79. I guess they all have the exact same lot
I
size.
own
Yeah.
from 1991.
Okay, so was it new?
36, almost 36 years.
Right.
I think were you
Oh, no,
the
you
second
all-
owner?
No, you were a second owner. They were
Second
built in
owner.
1979.
I
Yeah.
am second,
Right.
1991,
Okay,
if I remember well.
because they were all built the same year. They all have
Mm.
exactly the same lot size, so
Yeah.
I guess it was a
Yeah.
development at that
Yeah.
time.
In 79, you said?
Yeah.
79,
Okay.
yeah. Okay.
So,
We
yeah,
hope-
if you don't,
I hope we didn't take too much time.
no,
No.
you're totally fine, and you were well prepared, and this is all good information, and it helps make our decision easier.
Okay, great.
Thank you
So-
very much. Sir.
You're welcome. So just so you understand the process,
Mhm.
Yeah.
like I said before, I'll present this information and everything we discussed. I took detailed notes on everything. I'll present it to the rest of the board at a
Yes.
deliberation hearing coming up for consideration, and there will be a vote on
Yes.
whether to make the reduction.
Mhm.
You'll be notified by mail of the board's decision within a week of that decision. It's going to take us a little while
Yeah.
before we meet because we have still more hearings to do and then a lot of hearings to do.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it'll probably be sometime, late April or May
Yeah.
before we
Okay.
get to everything. If your appeal is denied for some reason, you can come back again next year.
Yes.
Yes, and if you're granted a reduction, then you cannot appeal again until the next revaluation, which is in 4 years.
In
Yeah,
4
4
years.
years.
Okay.
If you disagree with the board's decision, you can take the next step, which would be to appeal in court, and the instructions on how to do that will be included in the decision letter. So this will conclude our hearing at 7:23 p.m., and I thank you for your
Thank you
time.
very much. Thank you for your
You're
time.
welcome. Thank you. It's nice to meet
It was
you.
a pleasure.
Good luck
Nice to
with
meet you.
everything.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
your, sir.
So, welcome. I'm Neil Fink. I'm one of 9 members of the Board of Assessment Appeals. I'll be hearing your appeal today. Your hearing is also being recorded. The current time for the record is 7:25 p.m. Just a few items before we begin to hear what you brought with you. This is appeal number 410.
Yeah.
The address is 92 Roanoke Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
The owner is Karen Curtis.
Yes.
the town placed a value on your home of $491,248, and you're requesting a reduction to $450,000. Is that all correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Um, so before we begin, I need to swear you in for the hearing. If you can raise your right hand, please.
Okay.
Very official.
Very
Um,
good.
Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you. So I'm going to ask you to sign here, just confirming that the information that I reviewed with you is accurate and that I did, in fact, swear you in.
Oh, is this room 2? This is where we are?
Room
Oh.
2 is this
Oh, okay.
desk here.
So sign this.
Yeah, you're going to sign right here, yeah. That's it. I'll do the rest.
Okay.
Okay.
Waiting to print underneath.
No, you don't have to,
No.
because we have your name here already.
You know where I am. You can find me.
Yeah. Okay. So now that we have kind of housekeeping parts out of the way, this is your time to present, your case of,
My
why
case.
you
Okay.
feel that the value of your home should be $450,000, and what it really means is that on October 1st of 2025, that is the value that your home would have sold for, hypothetically. So,
No, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That makes sense, though.
that's the date of the revaluation, yeah. Okay.
That actually makes it even probably stronger, I would say, except that who knows what the market is doing.
It's only gone up since then, I think, so.
It's smaller.
Yeah, less inventory.
Less inventory.
Yeah.
I should also say that I'm a realtor.
Oh, okay.
And
so
that I just sort of study houses anyway all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because it's my job, because it's what I do. And the reason I had looked at all this and done the research.
Check one thing. Let's look at the field card for a second, because you had written on here that the town's value was $504, and I had $491. Oops.
Oh.
Yeah, 491 and 48.
Never
Okay.
have gotten that figure.
I don't know. Doesn't.
I don't make,
no. So,
I don't make stuff up, so wait.
I mean, it doesn't matter that much.
Okay.
Or did you have an informal hearing with the?
I had a phone conversation.
Oh,
with
and did they reduce it after that?
No.
Maybe?
No. No.
Okay.
I didn't. No, I had, that initial phone conversation.
Right.
I was curious as to what the comps were. And
Right.
the reason.
But they didn't grant a reduction or anything. So.
No, and I didn't quite
I'm not
understand
sure
how,
that.
because he had, because here's, do you know the little neighborhood where I live? Are you familiar with it?
I'm not familiar with that, actually.
These houses were built for workers' houses when McKesson Robbins was still on the site.
Okay.
On that site. And they were all built around 1918, 1920. And they were brick duplexes. And they were solidly built little houses. But some of them are bigger than others.
Oh, okay. No.
And
Where it is.
so Roanoke is a little one-way street.
Is that the right?
It is as tight as it can be.
But is it Roanoke Road, or is that
Avenue.
different?
Roanoke Avenue.
Do they both exist?
And I bought it
Okay.
because as a single woman,
Mm-hmm.
they're small and sturdy. And they're not condos. I don't have to be a fan of condos.
Okay.
A lot of people think they're condos. But some of them were specifically built bigger than others, so they're not all the same.
Okay.
There's 2 bedrooms and there's 3-bedroom units. The ones that mine were compared with
and this was part of the conversation I got with the nice man at Tyler, was that the ones that had sold had been gut renovations. And were bigger. So they either they were gut renovations and or they had an addition on the back. And so when I bought my house, the kitchen sink was literally on 2x4s. It was held up. There were no cabinets in the kitchen.
Oh,
It
my.
was really rustic. There were old shelves that somebody had built. So when I bought it 20 odd
back
years
in
ago,
2004. Yeah.
of course I did the kitchen. And I said, well, does that count? How does that work as a renovation? And he said anything over 20 years old doesn't mean the same as it would as a new renovation.
Right.
So the ones that I were compared with were bigger and had gut renovations.
Mm-hmm.
There was one around the corner on Longview. And then there were two little houses on a road called Campfield,
Okay.
which is an entirely very different neighborhood.
Right.
So I didn't think those were that valid. So I did some searching, and there was one that had sold that was not used as a comp that I added because it was in the time frame, the date range, or that specific information. And that was the one.
So this is a comp that you think is relevant?
I do. It's 26 Plum Street. And that had sold, honest to God, I don't have the date in front of me,
I
but
can pull it up.
within the appropriate range.
Yeah. Here, let me just pull it up.
And it's in the
I can
neighborhood,
just
right
copy
around
the
the corner.
information into
And
my notes here.
these little houses, all, like this one, for
Are
instance,
these like half duplexes also,
Same
or
house,
little
same
row
neighborhood.
house?
yeah,
Okay.
looks just like mine.
Mm-hmm.
They're brick duplexes side by side,
Okay.
all of them.
Yep, I see.
And 26 Plum, which was this one, had an addition on the back and 2 bathrooms. And it started out, and none of the comps sold at the price they were originally listed for.
Mm-hmm.
So this one, I have it upside down, so let me look at it this way. Was it actually the original price was a nice $514,900. Didn't sell for that.
Right.
They had to reduce it, and then it sold for $485,000.
Right. And they had
And
a
it's
couple of permits, but
almost
mostly
the same
older
house.
other than the roof.
Hmm?
Yeah. No, I was just looking to see if they had done any work on that, but I mean, other than most of it was older as well,
Most
other
of
than
it
the
was
roof.
older, yeah.
They did the roof in 2018.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's almost identical to mine. I do have a screen porch off of my garage in the back.
Mm-hmm.
That's an old slab, with screens on it.
Right.
Isn't anything fancy. When I bought the house, it was storing lawnmowers and things of that nature. And then the other one that I was compared to, I think they were reaching, was on Longview, and it was just not a good choice. It was really big.
What's that
The
address?
number on that was.
Oh, but you think it's not relevant?
I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't.
So
I
then I'm
think, I think
not
that Tyler was doing the best they could,
Right.
but it's getting into the neighborhoods that really make a lot of difference. I have.
Well, I'm just curious. What was it that they?
I think it was 60 long. Oh, I think I have it written down here. Yeah, Longview.
60 Longview Avenue. Let's see.
Not 60.
What?
It might have been number. I'm not sure it was number 60. I remember that it was on Longview, and it sold in the high fives, and
Right.
but it had 3 bedrooms and 2 full baths, and it had been again a gut renovation. So the ones that, where's my little appeal letter? Oh, there it is. Yeah. The ones that were chosen, none of them sold in the 500 range. And they all had price reductions in order to sell. Now, that was in that time frame.
Okay.
And we know the market's a little bit different, but honestly, we don't know what this market
Right.
is going to do.
Right. So
Can't predict
so
it.
65 Longview, you said, was like a complete gut renovation.
New
No.
kitchen, new
Right.
bathroom.
And that sold
new
for
pool.
409.
No, not that one. No, I'm talking, I might have the address wrong. No, there was one, I'm sorry, I had this all very organized.
No,
and now
that's
I don't.
okay.
Which one sold for 409?
65, that's, I mean, even if you didn't have that one, that one's an interesting one. 'Cause
Yeah, it
65
is.
Longview sold for 409 in
And what was
November of 24.
The square footage of that. That was
950. It's a little
Yeah.
smaller.
the small. So it was the way it worked.
Still, I mean, even if you adjust that for the square footage, it's, it's one less bedroom, but still,
Mhm.
it was only sold for 409.
Some of the things in this neighborhood that are interesting is that you'll have duplexes,
Mm-hmm.
and then every once in a while there's 4 in a row,
Mm-hmm.
and those are smaller, and they have, well, they're just smaller. They don't have windows on the side; they just have windows in the back and front.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know if you have pictures of them or not, but not.
Yeah, I mean, there's an exterior picture here. Yeah, so.
Yeah, so that was a little row house.
Right. But this had a full remodel in 2020,
Mm-hmm.
so.
In 2020. Okay. All right.
It's interesting. But,
They are. They're interesting. And they're sweet. Some of them have driveways, some of them don't. One of the things about the neighborhood that's interesting is that all of these homes were built for one car,
mm-hmm.
and almost everyone has 2, and some people have 3.
No place to put the car.
Do you know where Longview is? Do you ever go down there?
No, not sure.
Unless you're cutting off of Kings Highway or heading to Whole Foods, or maybe to Home Depot,
Okay.
you miss it altogether.
Oh, I do know. I know where. It's like I know where all these places are,
Yeah.
just not the.
You don't drive them. And they're
Like, not
on
the
your
names.
path.
Well, I just don't necessarily notice the names of the streets, but
Right, you just go. You
yeah.
just go, yeah. You go by landmark.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I drive down that way all the time, going to like Home Depot.
My house backs up to Grassmere Avenue,
Okay.
and there is the impact of certain noise and traffic and stuff that
Right.
goes on Grassmere.
Right, but you're up this way, right, closer to Ardmore?
No, I'm
right, or
just around the
Roanoke?
bend on Roanoke.
Roanoke,
That's
okay,
Plum,
yeah.
right there,
Mhm.
where your pointer is. And then Roanoke is right there. It's
Right.
one way, thank goodness,
Okay.
because there's no room for 2 ways. It's just a very, very compact little place, with nowhere to go.
Right.
You can't make them. You can't make them bigger. They are what they are. They're
Right.
They're sweet little places, and they just don't go for that much, and they shouldn't. They honestly shouldn't.
No, I mean, between
They're
the
meant to
size
be-
and the neighborhood,
Yeah.
I guess. I mean,
Yeah.
but it seems reasonable. I mean,
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah. We've all had to deal with things like they had slate roofs,
Mhm. Wow.
which are wonderful,
Right,
But-
until you have to replace it.
which I had to do. The sewer lines are all breaking.
Oh, gosh.
Because they're 120 years old.
Right.
120? No. Yeah, they're a little over. They're about 104 and 5.
Oh, so they're
Sewer lines.
original from 1918.
They are. And when I had to have mine done, there was a big cistern in the front. Anyway, they're old. They take a lot of maintenance. They're nice, but they don't have a lot of value. And honestly, people, once they're there, they don't move.
No?
No, the neighborhood has been quite stable, except for, the few that we have seen here.
Right.
Longview is a different story because it's very trafficked street, which is a
Mhm.
problem, but that's part of what happens. So, just in the viewpoint of a modest, compacted neighborhood, with
Right.
sweet, tiny little houses. Most of them had oil. Most of them had tanks in the ground.
Oh, okay.
And those have slowly been lifted, as
Right.
far as I know.
Right.
We always have to have them checked.
Right.
I have sold several on the street.
Does yours, what does yours have? Does yours have, yours is an above
I
ground
converted.
tank? Oh, your
When
gas
I bought
now.
mine, it was in the basement, and
Okay.
I had a 100-year-old furnace.
Oh, wow. So you were able to convert to gas?
I converted to gas. Because there was
Okay.
gas in the house.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's
Yeah. Well, that's my feeling on it. They sell for what they sell for. Love to see higher numbers, but I just don't see it,
right.
because it hasn't happened. I mean, it just hasn't happened. That doesn't say it won't happen, but any of the ones that were offered as comparable sold for less, and they had more.
Right.
They had renovations, or they had a little bit more square footage. So I don't know how to make those adjustments. That's the tricky part of the math,
Mm-hmm.
that the assessed value versus the
Right.
appraised value that you guys.
Yeah, I mean, that's the math that, the professional appraisers try and do those adjustments, I guess.
I know.
But,
Per square footage.
yeah.
I don't have a spot to put in a second bath or a half bath.
Oh, really? Even if you wanted to?
I would have to add on
Right.
to the back, which is hard to do in a brick house.
Oh, yeah. Very costly. You could
So
even do.
I've thought about it. I would like to, but I don't. Some of them, depending on the floor plan, have a spot. I don't have a spot.
Right.
So
Okay.
what do we do now? I mean, I'm not a hard charger. I'm not twisting.
No, and you're not asking.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I mean, you're not. It's not a significant adjustment that you're asking for
I don't
either.
think so.
You're not trying to be greedy, but it's not. Like I said, I'm one of 9 members, so
9.
not up to.
So what happens now? You sit down.
So the next step is, so I'll present your case and the information that you shared to a majority of the board members.
Okay.
And there will be a deliberation and a vote.
Okay.
And then you'll be notified by mail within a week of that.
By mail?
It's all statutory, unfortunately. They, still require things to be done by mail.
Okay.
You can also check the assessor's website, though, to speak. I don't know exactly when we're going to be meeting and taking the votes, but we still have a number of these hearings to get through before we're going to even start to meet to review. So probably sometime late April or, would be my guess.
Watching the mail.
Yeah, that would be my best guess.
I did get the mail for this hearing, which was supposed to have been last Monday. I got it the following Wednesday or
Right.
Thursday.
Yeah, I think because of the snowstorm or something, a bunch of the mail just kind of got lost in an abyss somewhere. Yeah. So once you're notified, if you are denied, you can come back again next year. At the same time, there is a period for appeals. If you're granted a reduction, you cannot appeal again until the next revaluation in 4 years. If you disagree with the board's decision, you can take the next step and appeal your decision in court, and instructions on how to do that will be in your decision letter.
No, I just like things to be fair. I'm not a court person.
No, but I have to read you. I have to provide the information.
I didn't bring you a lot of stuff, because I already had.
So this was this is new information, right? I just want to make sure.
I want to make sure that I give you 26 Plum, which I think I had in the original.
Yeah, let me see what was here originally.
That was the information I was supposed to. My field card.
92 Roanoke is you, okay. So.
And those are the Campfield ones, right?
Right.
Oh, and
So
then
these are the ones that Tyler used.
right.
Okay.
And this is Plum, I think.
Okay, yeah.
26?
This
Yeah.
is 26 Plum.
Okay.
Okay, and
Which
then
I
there's,
thought had,
that's Longview, 61 61 Longview, with not
61.
65. All right,
Okay,
let me just make
yeah.
a note of that here.
and this was Tyler that had compared me with that.
Okay,
And I think they chose that because it was a recent sale, and it was
Okay.
around the corner. But it was really big and all, and this was also a gut renovation.
right.
I say really big. I live in a very small house, so anything that's bigger
Right.
counts.
Right.
And this is my copy.
Okay. So were there any, so this is everything here.
Yes,
Okay,
yeah. Yeah, I
great.
didn't want to.
That's fine. So everything was in the,
It was in
in the packet. Okay, so there was nothing that wasn't in the packet.
No.
Okay,
No,
great. I just want to make sure I have everything,
You
so.
got it. you have it.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming in.
Well, thank you for all you
You're
are
welcome.
all giving lots of your time for this.
Yes.
Yes, you are. And
Sorry, I'm running a few minutes. So welcome. I'm Neil Fink. I'm one of the 9 members of the Board of Assessment Appeals.
Nice to meet you. It's
So I'll be hearing your appeal today, and then I'll explain at the end. But what happens is I hear all of your information, and then I'll be presenting your case to the majority of the board, who will review it and take a vote eventually. So before we begin, I just need to review some information for the record. Everything's being recorded through the phone here. It is 7:52 p.m. right now. This is appeal number 576. The address is 1211 Black Rock Turnpike. Christiane Cassay is the homeowner. The town placed a value of $686,900 on the property, and you're asking for a reduction to $630,583. Is that all correct?
Yep.
Okay. I have to swear you in for the hearing. If you can raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Great. Okay. So now I'm going to ask you to just sign here, confirming that all of this information is in fact correct and that I swore you in. Okay. And both of this here, and give the floor to you. Sure. Okay, so now it's your turn to present whatever information you have to justify the amount that you've asked for.
Beautiful. This house was built in 1955 and hasn't been updated in that 70 years. I think that's the biggest component of it, is that it hasn't been updated, it hasn't been changed, and it just, when I saw the original assessment, to see the assessment increase $200,000 over 5 years was kind of shocking, to be quite honest. But yeah, and in this time right now of trying to update homes, the expense is quite astronomical. And when I had done some comparisons with some of the houses nearby and in the neighborhood, similar years built and things like that, a lot of those houses, or multiple of those houses, had been gutted and redone and kind of sit in a similar assessment value as mine, and yet those homes have been completely redone and gutted, whereas, again, mine has not been. I think one small component of it, too, is some of the homes that I compared to have multiple bathrooms, and my home only has one, which I've looked into, and that is also just part of the reason I feel like
Right.
it's valued less. As silly as that might seem, like it is quite significant. And yeah, one full bathroom in my home, and then compared to some of the others, most have at least two. But the main component of that, like I said, is it hasn't changed in 70 years. It's similar in size and year built as many others in the neighborhood, because a lot of them were all built at the same time. And I did some research on like what it would cost to do some replacement things, as well as like removal of tiles and all of that. And the research that I had done was on like 5 main components, which would be removal of tile, potential asbestos tile, and for replacement, as well as like kitchen cabinet, a driveway update, and like a bathroom update. And the range of cost for that alone ranged between $36,000 and $50,000. And those were just like 5 pretty large components of a home update
Sure.
and home renovation, but doesn't include any of the other bedrooms. The flooring would be a part of the basement, but other than that, no other updates and things to a large portion of the home. And so that's why I had put the value where I put it, based on trying to do some research with the updates and what that cost would look like. And like I said, that's only 5 components of what if I wanted to gut it and do something similar to the other homes in the area that have been done. And that's just like a small portion of that. And
Got it.
that's how I did it. I just purchased the home in June, so it's something new.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
new process for me myself. So.
Oh, well, I didn't even notice that. So you bought the house in June of 25.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. That's
New purchase. Exciting purchase.
It
but-
is an exciting purchase, but that's like very significant that because I mean, we look at a lot of comps that, sales that took place in, somewhere around October
Right.
of 25,
Right.
which is the target date for the reval.
Right. And so this was
And the fact that you're like, you bought the house right in that look back
Mhm.
period. Yeah, and they're valuing it for, $130,000 more than what you paid for it
Mhm.
3 months earlier.
3 months exactly. And so it's not that was another
Or 4 months earlier, yeah.
right. So yeah, and this is not I'm an educator. This is very much out of my wheelhouse.
Right.
So, I thought I could put in the work and give it a go and give it a try and see, try to justify my case as best as I can. But yeah, I think the bottom line in, doing this research is looking in the neighborhood, seeing the comparative homes that are very similar, and seeing that many of them have been completely reworked, and mine literally, the only thing that's different in my home is a vanity from its original state is the vanity.
Right.
My grandparents built this home.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And that's how I know that, because, just the vanity is the only thing that has changed in 70 years.
Okay. Yeah, that's not $130,000 vanity, I assume.
No. Definitely a cheap vanity, too, quite honestly.
So is your mom a teacher in town?
My parents were.
So your parents
Both
were?
of mine were,
Okay.
yeah.
So,
Do you live in town?
yeah.
My children have had them?
Yeah.
Yeah,
At North
Stratfield?
Stratfield, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, both
Yeah.
of my kids.
Nice, yeah. She said that my dad taught woodworking at Ward.
Right, okay, yeah. Both my kids had your mom for
Nice.
PE.
Yep. And now I teach in town.
Oh,
Also
where do
through
you
that.
teach?
I'm at RLMS.
Oh, okay. what other sales were. There were only like 2 other comparable sales. October and December, and those go back a little further. But let's see what this one is. Much more. Right, but they're not like right on Black Rock Turnpike too, so there's going to be a difference with that. So, but I think just like, yeah, I think the information you provided is pretty sufficient, and
Well, and I guess, I should think about this too. So the land, the house next to mine was my great grandparents' house. There's a lot of land changes over the years. So I think, my father had owned that portion of the land, and I don't know how far back the land went. Like, it mixes with my front yard. So I think, and I'm not 100% sure about this, but I think they also might have changed the border a little bit. So I guess there's physically to the house, that's the only change, but there could have also been, and I don't 100% know, if they changed the line, like the line. So there could have been a little addition of land, which then I guess would make a little bit more sense of why it's $130,000. But I don't know.
Oh, that could have, because it says you have 0.46
Yes.
acres.
So I just want to say that when I say that there's been no change to the home,
Right.
I don't want I don't know what the land, if the land changed at all or not. But I don't actually know, to be quite honest.
I mean, the only changes that it shows really to the, it does show.
Also,
like
that
something was.
that's my garage there. But also,
Okay.
that photo is not my house.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. That's nice.
So, yeah, that I had.
Okay.
Yeah. I did make note of that in the first one, but I just want to.
That looks like, at least from the outside, it looks like a pretty updated.
Correct. And there's
house.
no
It's
garage
also
there,
not.
too.
That's also a cape, not a ranch.
Right. So yeah, that is not the correct home.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah, it was before this assessment happened. The photo was. correct.
And then when they
updated it
they
for
took
these
a picture
numbers.
of the wrong house.
Yes.
Huh.
I honestly don't know where that house is, to be quite honest.
That's really weird. I guess when they're doing thousands of houses, they
I can understand the mistake,
make
but yeah, just as a note, that is not my house.
So I guess there was a shed like in
Is that early
2003 or something, or 2002, but
that's why I just was like, I should probably make mention of this because I am not 100% sure what happened or if anything changed. But
so yeah, it looks like the parcel was increased.
Okay.
The land size, but that was in 21.
Okay.
So that's before you.
Oh, that's before.
Long before
right.
bought it.
You're right.
A bunch of years before you bought it.
Okay. Cool.
So that wouldn't impact it.
I just wanted to make sure that. Yeah.
No, that was accurate.
That I had that was accurate, right?
So, okay, yeah, that looks like it was June of 21. So, like they added 7,970 square feet. So it's like just under half an acre now. So, okay.
Great.
Anything else that
I
you want to share?
think that. Yeah, I had just.
Everything that you have there, did you submit
It's
all
everything
that?
in there, yep.
Okay.
Everything's in there as well. It's all, there's
Great.
the photo that's incorrect.
Yeah.
And just some of the innards of the house of non-updated things.
Okay.
So, or thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Got good bones.
Okay.
I think. I hope.
That's the driveway.
That's the
I guess,
driveway,
yeah.
Nice. Not fun for the winter, let me tell you, this winter.
Yeah.
But
My driveway.
a lot of it are, yeah, just like photos of
Yeah.
stuff. And then there's some other resources in there.
Right.
So.
And then, and then
Oh,
you
that
have
was just supportive information for this research of like an abatement
Right.
and tile removal and, yeah.
Okay. Oh, so there's the mold work.
Yep.
Okay.
More research.
Great. That's good. That's
Try to
Makes
support
our-
myself
it-
somehow.
makes our job easier. So,
Cool.
all right. Well, thank you
Well,
very
thank you very
much.
much. It was nice to
You're
meet you.
welcome. Nice to meet you. Let me just, I have to,
Oh, sorry.
Miss,
You say?
so I'll present your information to majority of the board at an upcoming deliberation session for consideration and vote, and then you'll be notified of a decision within 7 days of that meeting.
Okay.
The meetings are probably going to take us a while because we have
I would
900 of these to get through.
900?
Yes. If your appeal is denied, you can come back and reappeal again next year. If you're granted a reduction, you cannot appeal again until the next revaluation, which is in 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't agree with the board's decision, you can take the next step and appeal your decision in court, and instructions on how to do so will be in your decision letter.
Okay.
So now, if you don't have any other questions,
I
then
don't.
we're all done.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I appreciate
Nice to meet you
Nice
again.
to meet you.
Thanks. Have a good night.
Enjoy your evening. Good luck with this whole process. I can imagine
Thank you. I
the whole
appreciate
mail situation didn't help.
No, we definitely had some issues with like the snow and other things impacting the,
That makes sense, because I got my
Mail
letter on
delivery.
Saturday.
Oh, gosh.
So,
all
well,
right.
thank you so much. I appreciate
You're
it.
welcome. So long. Okay, that concludes hearing 576. The time is 8:07, and that concludes the Board of Assessment Appeals hearing for Room 2 on March 16th, 2026. Room 2.